Blake Lively's Me Too defense has just been completely torn apart, and now we've got Justin Baldoni's explosive response, and it's shaking the whole case. Today, we're diving into the latest legal drama, where Baldoni's legal team has fired back at Lively's motion to dismiss. With high-stakes legal implications for Hollywood, this case could set a dangerous precedent for the future. But will Lively's defense hold up in court, or will Justin Baldoni come out victorious? Let's break it all down. The drama unfolds. Lively's motion to dismiss. The situation between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni has escalated into a full-blown legal battle. Lively's motion to dismiss claims that the Me Too law doesn't apply to her fabricated harassment allegations. Baldoni, in response, wasted no time filing his own legal counterclaims, arguing that these false accusations should not be protected under the law. His legal team claims that Lively is using the Me Too movement to shield herself from being held accountable. So what's going on here? The stakes are high, and the courtroom drama could shake the future of similar cases. This case has captured widespread attention not just because of the celebrities involved, but because it represents a crucial moment in how harassment allegations could be handled in the future. If Lively's claims are allowed to stand, it could embolden individuals to falsely wield the Me Too defense in similar situations. However, if Baldoni prevails, it would send a powerful message about the consequences of making baseless allegations. The eyes of the entertainment industry are on this case, with many wondering how it will unfold. Baldoni strikes back. A strong legal defense. Baldoni's legal team didn't sit quietly after Lively's motion to dismiss. Instead, they came out swinging, emphasizing the danger of allowing someone to misuse the Me Too defense in a case that's full of allegations of fabrication. Baldoni's attorneys argue that there's no basis for Lively's claims and that they were not made in good faith. The message is clear: they're not backing down, and they're prepared to fight for their client's reputation. Baldoni's legal team has emphasized that just because an accusation is made doesn't mean it's true. They argue that Lively's accusations are based on exaggerated or fabricated incidents and that her intentions are questionable. By responding with such intensity, Baldoni's team has left Lively's defense vulnerable, creating significant legal hurdles for her case. The importance of Section 47.1. What's the big deal? One of the key points that has emerged in this case is Section 47.1 of the Civil Code. This law plays a crucial role in whether Lively's claims are protected or not. Baldoni's team argues that under Section 47.1, the claims must be made without malice and must have a reasonable basis. In other words, if Lively's allegations were fabricated or exaggerated, she could face severe legal consequences. Section 47.1 is still a relatively new legal concept, and how courts will interpret it remains uncertain. But it's clear that this law could be pivotal in determining whether Lively's claims stand or fall. The law requires that accusations of harassment must be substantiated and made with good faith, otherwise, those making the claims could be subject to defamation lawsuits or other legal repercussions. This ambiguity surrounding Section 47.1 only adds complexity to the case. As the legal battle intensifies, the outcome could hinge on how this law is applied, and whether the court sees Lively's claims as credible or fabricated. Fabricated allegations? Lively's claim under scrutiny. Baldoni's legal team didn't mince words when it came to Blake Lively's allegations. They argue that Lively fabricated the claims or exaggerated minor incidents to paint a picture of harassment. By doing so, Lively might have damaged Baldoni's reputation with false accusations. According to Baldoni's team, this isn't a simple misunderstanding. It's a deliberate attempt to manipulate the Me Too law for personal gain. As the case moves forward, the spotlight will be on whether Lively's claims were made in good faith. If the court agrees with Baldoni's legal team that Lively's allegations were fabricated or grossly exaggerated, it could have a devastating impact on her case. The court will have to weigh the evidence carefully and determine whether Lively's accusations hold any weight, or if they were part of a larger strategy to harm Baldoni's reputation. The good faith question. Does Lively have a legitimate claim? A major point of contention in this case is whether Lively's claims were made in good faith. Under the law, Lively must prove that she genuinely believed she was harassed. But Baldoni's attorneys argue that she didn't have a legitimate reason to make such accusations in the first place. With detailed evidence from Baldoni's side, including text message exchanges and timelines, the legal battle is intensifying. If the court finds that Lively's claims were made without a reasonable basis, it could be a game changer for her case. With detailed evidence such as text message exchanges, Baldoni's legal team is working hard to show that Lively's claims don't hold up. As the case progresses, the question of whether Lively genuinely believed she was harassed will be critical in determining the outcome. Can Hollywood handle the fallout of this case? This case isn't just about two celebrities going to court, it has massive implications for the entire entertainment industry. If Lively wins and her Me Too defense is upheld, it could set a dangerous precedent for future cases. On the other hand, if Baldoni wins, it could send a clear message that false or exaggerated claims won't be tolerated in Hollywood. Hollywood is notorious for protecting its stars, and this case could either reinforce the idea that the rich and famous are shielded from the consequences of their actions, or it could be a turning point in holding individuals accountable for false claims. The entertainment industry is on edge, waiting to see how the case unfolds. The role of Ryan Reynolds, is he at risk too? While Blake Lively is at the center of this legal storm, Ryan Reynolds, a close associate of Lively's, has also found himself in the spotlight. Baldoni's legal team points out that even if Lively's claims are protected, Reynolds may still face legal trouble for his own role in the situation. This adds another layer of complexity to an already complicated legal battle. Ryan Reynolds has been a supporter of Lively, but now he may find himself facing questions about his involvement in the case. Could Reynolds be held liable for defamation or other legal claims? This is a tricky situation for him, as he navigates the fine line between supporting his co-star and avoiding legal repercussions. Malice and harassment claims. What's the legal standard? In order for Lively's claims to hold up in court, they need to meet the legal standard for harassment. But the issue here is whether Lively's allegations were truly malicious or simply misunderstandings. Baldoni's legal team argues that the text message exchanges and interactions between the two didn't meet the threshold for harassment. Instead, they claim Lively might have exaggerated the incidents to create a narrative that wasn't there. The question of malice will play a huge role in the court's decision. If the judge agrees with Baldoni's team that the allegations were exaggerated or fabricated, Lively's case could be dismissed entirely. The legal standard for harassment is high, and if the evidence doesn't meet that standard, the court could rule in favor of Baldoni. The 47.1 law. What's next for the legal battle? At the heart of this case is Section 47.1 of the Civil Code, which could be pivotal in determining the outcome. The law deals with communications made in good faith and without malice, and Lively's defense is hanging on this law. However, Baldoni's team argues that Lively's allegations fail to meet these requirements, which could leave her exposed in court. This issue could delay the case for years, especially if the courts need to interpret the law further. It's a legal gray area that could drag the case on longer than expected, and it's unclear who will come out on top. The uncertainty surrounding Section 47.1 makes this case even more complex, with the possibility of prolonged legal proceedings. What's next for Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni? As the legal battle continues, the fate of Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni hangs in the balance. Will Lively's Me Too defense survive, or will Baldoni's legal team prove that her allegations are fabricated? The court's decision could have far-reaching implications for both stars and the entire entertainment industry. This case has escalated quickly, and there's no telling what will happen next. Will Blake Lively's Me Too defense hold up in court, or will Justin Baldoni's response win the day? What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on all the latest developments in this ongoing legal battle. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll keep you posted as this case continues to unfold.